I don't trust the ones that are too wealthy, though.
Even Brennos gives him kind of a look of like, what?
Oh, usually comes at a price of somebody else.
Well, it is curious that she came here at such a time. Perhaps she understood an opportunity. There's nothing wrong with enterprising in such a manner.
Not saying all.
She will not be first. Maybe third or fourth. Likely third, to as not embarrass her.
She shouldn't be voted on just to make... I don't like her anymore. I don't want her voted in. Sounds like a spoiled brat even before I met her.
Have you met her?
No. But just from the way you're speaking, so not to embarrass her.
Yes.
What has she done to make her valuable counselor?
It will be a tight race. This list that you've provided me is most of the great names. There are 9 and only four spots.
Yes.
But the order in which they are voted under the council does matter. It is a matter of pride.
I understand.
It is also a message that we clans send to our leaders. Those that are first we have highest regard for. That is fourth, is one that we basically are saying, you're lucky enough that you have our vote. But stray against the clans even further. There are more things than Morden's justice in this world. Of that I will speak no more.
I'll find out more about these names and provide you with my recommendation.
There's like, you could hear like a spoon drop.
Yeah, Thorgrim doesn't even blink. It's like,
Give me a diplomacy, an intimidate, or a bluff.
you motherfucking heard me.
You can add 4 because of your position and your power.
I said intimidate. No, I don't even have a skill for that shit. Bluff. Yep, that'd be a 0. Yeah.
Didn't you get a circlet with diplomacy in it or something?
No, not this dude.
I don't know if all the crafting is done still.
Not this dude.
I thought
I
there
walk
was.
around with my crappy.
It's not
armor.
this guy.
My
It's not this guy.
introductory armor from the campaign. That's what I'm walking around in.
Let's see. So it's a D20 plus 4 plus 0. Perfect.
Oh, he's got craft weapon, armor, and sense motive. Okay.
Sense motive was in it.
Yeah.
Pacha.
21. We're busy intimidating family members.
Oh, this is a diplomacy.
Oh, diplomacy. Family members.
Diplomat. Yeah, I wasn't rude.
Don't take too long.
Yeah. I won't. But still. To find out more about these folks.
The elections could happen at any point in time. Once the Speaker
Soon.
of Clans is... Once we figure out how to vote for a Speaker of Clans.
It could happen immediately.
It won't take long. I'll make my
Imagine the
way.
chaos. They'd be like, "Yeah, it could be tomorrow." We're gonna show up. And we're gonna go, "Yay!"
Yeah.
Brennos, it's always good to see you. Go easy on us out there.
Everything is kept well in order. We are clear of taint.
Well, the men that do the hard work and the women that do the hard work end up smelling the worst. Don't blame us for that. Simple truth. Some of us will forget that after living cozy lives in perfumed halls.
If anyone's skin is thick enough to take the slings and arrows, it's mine.
Good lad. May Morden bless us all.
Brennos will use a purification and healing judgment light to give people saving throws against ongoing conditions and effects like illnesses and disease, and heal your fucking house. I will be joy and rapture in your home.
Thogrim looks at you because Thogrim is about to hit a Mage's Magnificent Mansion. He's like, now it looks like I'm showing you up.
Hey, my arthritis feels better.
What are they eating? What are they having for lunch?
Timmy with rickets or whatever.
Just Timmy with rickets.
What are they having for
What
lunch?
is rickets?
It's like a
vitamin D deficiency.
joint issues from vitamin deficiency.
All right. Good. Okay, you're doing what now?
What are they having for lunch? Like what's the dinner like or lunch?
Well,
like,
it looks like they're kind of in like that middle of the afternoon when you're sitting around with family and sort of like drinking and
just screwing around.
Like you're munching on appetizers or just like bowls of nuts and.
It's before the meal.
Before the meal, but there's food. There's food.
Yeah.
It's not as lavish as like a big event. You think that there might be some rationing going on because of the constant ash storm outside.
Being told we're going to have a massive feast.
Yeah.
Sometime in the next month.
Yeah. All right. Well, how many family members are here? Like 50, maybe.
So it's a clan, so it's multiple families. There's probably 40 people in the house right now.
40 people. How many people does this thing have? The Mage's Magnificent Mansion. Just let them eat and be merry. Just wondering how many people it takes.
On some random Tuesday, your rich nephew shows up and goes, feast.
Feast. 9-course banquet to 12 people per caster level.
Holy crap! Invite the block. All right, just Uncle, here, enjoy this.
Yeah, for 36 people, a 3-course meal, basically, with picking and that sort of thing. Okay, all right.
Dude, it's per caster level.
Oh yeah,
So that's 15, 130, 180 people.
Yeah.
180 people. Holy crap! All right, well, Uncle, I'll leave you this for now. It'll last for a day. You'll put it up against like a there's a painting or something. You put it up against.
There's all this like, oh, what's the door? Like everyone's like, what's going on? And some brave old dwarf pokes his head in. It's really nice in there. A little too fancy.
There's plenty of food, and there's invisible servants inside that'll serve you food. Go have fun.
That's what your magic came to, huh? Someone in luxury.
Nope. This is Howie.
I don't want to meet your canon.
You brought it up. Make fun of my magic, will you?
Holy shit, Master! Are these enemies or friends or
These
foe?
These are my family members.
Chair is knocked over as the floating cannon saying hello. It's pointing at me! It's pointing at me!
Howie, point to the ceiling, but don't shoot anything.
Yes, Master. Where are we, Master? Are there any foes about, Master?
No, this is
napping up there.
this is my home in Overlook with the family estate. This is Howie, Uncle. This is what the magic has come to.
Right.
All right, Howie, shrink down.
Remind me never to question you about that again.
No problem.
You put it
Howie shrieks.
you put it back away. Somebody runs out. They miss the cannon. They got all sorts of food, and all the dwarves are piling in.
It will last. It will last till the same time tomorrow. I suggest you leave
All right.
before then.
Urfer is not above going and getting treated to a feast. So yeah, your family basically inside your family holdings, your clan exits into the or enters the Mage's Magnificent Mansion, and you guys are free to leave.
Well, that went fucking pretty good, I think.
Here, I'll let you
try to
I
kill
need
me.
to do
That
a
was
quick
good.
bio if you guys can maintain the stream and just chat away.
Well, I mean, you know.
I wasn't gonna bring out Howie, but then he had to go and make fun of my magic.
Check out.
I was just not gonna do it. I was just not gonna do it. But it was like, oh, is that what only dead magic could do? All right, somebody. All right, you one-eyed uncle.
The guy I shot in the face as a child.
Hell yeah, that was good. It's good to see the family. It's good to see them again. Well, they haven't changed much. Thogrim's thinking like, it's like I just spent like 100 plus grand. I really need to give them back some money.
You know,
We never talked about it, okay?
$5,000 probably was your tuition. You know, something like that.
I don't have any money. All of Thogrim's money is going into like crafting and golems and
Yeah. Just saying. That's probably what his tuition was. I don't know how they pooled together from.
I'll probably give him 500 gold.
Just
Here.
leave that out on the thing.
Yeah. I'll say like, no, uncle, just a word, please. Like, when he's in the mansion, give him a bag. Like, this is just help out. I apologize. Wait for Marty. I'm like, I start role playing. Marty's not here. I'm like, yeah.
Did it really happen?
All right, give me a sec.
The other
Yeah, I
side of
know.
the conversation.
Hey, Marty, guess what we won?
My family likes me now.
Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm listening, so when Marty comes, I'll rush back.
Me now. You never like me again. Yep. Yeah, big place. So Howie does go into a random state, a state of suspended animation, as in he doesn't move. He comes out not aware of his surroundings, or at least we've always played it that way. Part of that is he has like a really limited vision range anyway. He's only aware of about 30 feet around him, so when he's shrunk, it's never really come up.
Oh, Howie?
Yeah, Howie, whenever we've grown Howie, he's gone from 0 situational awareness to the 30 feet around him.
Yep.
He doesn't know, like, time stops when he's shrunk, or his ability to see doesn't exist.
Fox was asking what the opinion on the candidates are.
Oh, the opinions of the candidates? Okay, here's the thing. I kind of agree with the old man's ramblings. We do need someone who appeases the Imperium. Now, the crazy knight of the Imperium hopefully isn't that guy, because that just seems too much. Particularly with the Church of Moradin being rather weak, it'll be very easy for them to basically just slam a bunch of influence through, and basically go, no, five-faced God. Like basically, like Brennos's bias in this whole thing is, we want as many people who worship Moradin Summon as we can, because that's like the real link to the old ways.
Yep. There's not a lot of candidates that fit that bill necessarily.
Nope, no, not really. So, like, we need to figure out why they don't. Brennos wants to know. I'm really curious about this Trebella Kern. I want to know why. What is it about Trebella Kern? Bram Ironfell, I have to actually, so of the people who I need to meet, Embersunder, Ironfell, Kern, those I need to meet. I'd like to talk with Svard. And then Bagnor is one that, Bagnor isn't saying it. Like, if he did any of the list of things that he wants, and it's like, I'm going to do this thing, and nobody likes me, it's fine. Like, it's the one that makes me the most suspicious is Ember Sunder. The whole, like, so she's buying her position. She's paying all the dwarves. By doing it that way, like, she worships the wrong god. It's like, if I have to choose between Wormfoot and Ember Sunder, I'm actually taking Wormfoot, despite the fact that Ember Sunder is probably safer. But I need to figure out I need to learn about Ember Sunder first.
Meeting Thogrim's family was not planned tonight. This was not like I just like, oh shit, some of the dwarves have clan names now. Brennos is an orphan and doesn't know his parentage, so he doesn't know
his whole background is there's no clan.
The whole background is orphan. Okay, great. But I'm like, Thogrim's got a last name. I just don't say it very often. It was the time to meet the.
Well, yeah, it's one of those things where, especially when it's like, I didn't realize that he was a Pinko Kami. Like, he's red steel, and they're wealthy. Oh, that's suspicious. It's like, oh, geez. How much did we just spend again?
You divided close to 1 million gold pieces amongst 9 or 10 people.
Yep.
And have taken 3 months to basically liquidate it and use it. So much so that the adventure is proceeding forward.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, I think, my opinions. I don't think I have any issues with Svard. Svard sounds awesome. Kern, I'm suspicious of. Ironfell, I want to just check in on to see if he's going to have like a vendetta. Wormfoot, I'm suspicious of. Ember Sunder, I'm suspicious of. So, and before we're done, everybody who's on that list, I'm going to have something from them in case we have to follow up with them later.
All right, where are you guys going to head next?
So Ahmed did mention before he ran away that he was going to give some money. He basically did the whole, like, I just spent 100,000 gold pieces and I gave nothing to my family. So he's going to drop off 500 gold with his uncle. But
okay, that's fine. His uncle will take the bag of cash. It's not.
Yeah, your uncle had a great big bag of money.
Well, it sounds like his uncle's the one that paid for Thogrim's
it's like the clan. The clan somehow pulled together. They communed their way together a pile of tuition for him. The Red Steels.
Banadins. Red Steel is his nickname, I think.
It's his nickname. Yeah. Okay, so I think Wormfoot. Ironfell.
So you've already talked to Stonesong. Okay, so I'm just going to make a note here.
Yeah. Yes, I've talked to Stonesong and I've got her tribute. In fact, we probably also would like to talk to Dvarak at some point, but higher on the list is Ember Sunder.
So you're gonna go seek out the Ember Sunders?
Well, who do we think is closer? Ember Sunder, Ironfell, or Wormfoot? Because Kerns, we don't necessarily know where they are.
Yeah, you could probably ask. Ironfell is in the center, so if you zoom out.
Okay.
Bandit clan holdings here. Ironfell's here. Lord Dvarak has time at he's League of Guilds. Ember Sunder residence is in the northern part where those trees are. The Wyvernfoot compound is near. Riff, you've got in your sword.
Yeah, Riff is pretty easy.
Hey!
Well, if you win, it'll be a strange.
I didn't elect myself. We've got more pressing concerns than this, however, Brennos. We need to find out what that horn was.
Well, I assumed that's what Fancy Pants was doing until I heard he was trying to kill a bunch of fucking giants for no apparent reason.
I thought we made friends with those giants.
That's what I was told.
I'd rather have a stone giant clan that is friendly with us than one that is an enemy.
Well, and they kept going on about, all the other clans being sort of corked there. They're being pushed around by frost giants and some rune, whatever the fuck, and they're being pushed around by a hill giant. Apparently a big fat one.
I would not feel right if I was used to wholesale slaughter a clan of giants that we've now made a deal with.
You won't be used for that.
Perhaps that's why Barnabus was trying to hire others to do it.
Hey. I think we're going to go anti-clockwise. So, Wormfoot is next.
You're just going to show up at the compound?
I'm just going to show up at your house. Like, who's here? The Inquisition.
All right.
Hello, the Inquisition is here. How you doing?
All right, give me a D3. 3 is he's just available for visitors. 1, he's just not even there. 2, he's somewhat indisposed.
He's somewhat indisposed.
Okay.
Perhaps you should announce us.
Oh my word. I get it, you want to make it portable, but they're so hard to read when they're that tiny.
All right, who's he meeting with when you guys arrive? Give me a D9.
Kern. 4.
Lord Deverak.
Oh, this has just got spicy.
Perfect.
Okay. Do you guys have any knowledge local, which I think covers heraldry?
No. I can't kill locals.
I think heraldry's under local, right? Knowledge local.
Heraldry can be local or nobility. I don't have that either.
Yeah, nobility. I have nobility.
It might be knobs. Yeah.
I have
heraldry,
both actually.
Yeah, give me a knowledge nobility.
Okay.
Have you been holding out on me when I said I didn't have knowledge local? You're like, I don't know nothing about nothing either.
I have Elsierville.
Yeah.
Elsium.
Overlook is part of Elsierville.
So 28 for
Yeah,
nobility.
you see a carriage outside, and it's got like kind of on the bumper, the back bumper of the carriage, like right above it, is Lord Deverak's sigil.
Lord Deverak's, yeah.
There are half a dozen dwarves with 2-barrel shotguns that are mingling outside, and they've got the Deverak family crest on their cloaks. The last time you saw Deverak, he may have had guards that were the League of Guilds. He might be playing up his family connection.
Okay.
One of the soldiers comes up to you, but recognizes you guys. You're pretty sure you've seen this dwarf before. Inquisitor Brennos, Wizard Thogrim. Can we help you? Is there any danger afoot? You know, this is one guy's really fucking trigger happy. Runs up with his gun. Settle down.
Gonna get slapped. I've come from a word with the Wormfoot, and that carriage looks a little bit familiar. I think that's Deverak's.
It's Lord Deverak. That's correct.
Lord Deverak's business is his own.
That's fine. He's walking past.
Are we gonna cut them first?
Brennos will cut.
He's wearing the Inquisitor's sigil. We're not going to cut him first. Put that away and go stand over there. Yes, sir!
Brennos will voluntarily cut himself. Better safe than sorry.
He just says, human recruits, they take some time to break in. Says the dwarf with the shotgun to the other.
Yep. Okay. Show his blood.
Okay, you, there's a door. There's a big, like, classic knocker on the door.
Okay. Duck, duck, duck.
Boom, boom, boom. Takes a moment. Eventually the door cracks open. There's kind of like a gate, like a metal grate that they open, like a servant's part of the door. You could pass things in and out without actually like sacrificing the security of your home. You could hear what you thought was a fight. Nope. It's like children laughing and playing, and there's music, and there's like the cacophony of a very busy home.
Sounds like your place, but without the fighting.
A well-groomed younger dwarf answers the. Can I help you?
Is Sir Mongol?
May I ask who's calling?
Brennos of the Inquisition.
His eyes go wide. One moment. Well, let him in, damn it!
He's got that voice. Oh, he's going to be likable, isn't he? No. I don't want to like him, but I think I will.
Right.
He's got the shouty voice. Shout, shout again. That's how you win a war. No, shouting.
The servant, she's not really wearing a servant's outfit, but the same person answers the door. They unlock it. There's a cat that runs by, 2 dogs chasing the cat, and a kid chasing the dogs. You can hear someone playing the piano.
Chaos.
There's a dwarf that knows how to make an entrance onto the scene.
Good evening, Sir Mongol.
He puts his hands. Come to take me away, have you?
Oh God, he's so likable. His charisma's like 18 or 20.
Come in. Who do we have out here? Does your manservant want to come in?
Thogrim.
Thogrim! I didn't recognize you with all the fiery hair.
Oh, it's been a while. Things have changed.
Yet another dwarf who's contributed to this great imperium of ours. Come on in!
Appreciate it. Thank you.
I like him so much.
I know it's
Why
been
do I
nice.
like him so much? All right, this is why we meet people, because I want to talk shit on this guy, and I'm like, nah, that guy's fine. Yeah, he's a little quirky, it's fine. But he's like proliferate. It's like, yeah, it's good. It makes Sonny happy. I don't know.
I like him.
You must excuse me, you're not the only visitors received today, and if today continues, then there might be more. But all are welcome here, especially during this trying time. Are you here for some official business? He almost looks hopeful that's official business. Like, weird.
There's a bit of official business that needs to take place, yes?
Right, then let us get that over with. And then you can join the rest of us in the parlor. My wife is playing the piano.
Oh. It sounds lovely.
I don't have much of an ear for it, but the children seem to like it very much.
Do I recognize the tune as a dwarvish religious tune?
No.
Are pianos a traditional dwarvish instrument in any way, shape, or form?
No. There are organs. It's like a plinky organ. Like it doesn't have the
It's like
oomph behind it. Yeah.
I'm certain we could bring songbooks. We'll go find one like Hela Brightac's songbooks or something.
I spent some time hunting in my youth. Let us go and sit amongst the stuffed beasts that I had slain, or that my hunting parties did.
Lead the way.
Okay, he walks. It's probably the closest hall, which is why he brings you in there. The most impressive beast that he has in there is a taxidermed manticore that is dominating the room. There's a bunch of other little tiny beasts, but this one clearly is the prize, and there's like a broken spear that has been re-put into the position where the wound had happened. From the guess of it, Brennos, it's like the thing bore down upon him and he fell back onto his spear.
Yeah, you braced. Yeah. Involuntary bracing.
there's a beautiful desk there. There is you do notice that he stops at the threshold of the door, makes the symbol of the five-faced god, and then salutes the undying emperor, who's in a little statuette, is in a little alcove that is overlooking the entire room. He's the highest point in the room.
As is tradition.
May he always watch over us. Now,
official business.
Yes, he closes the door. Excuse me. Many of our servants and family members are here, and the place is full of children and pets, and sometimes it's hard for an old dwarf to keep track of it all.
It's a very lively home.
Yes. It has taken some time to get used to, but after 8 children... And, well, godfather of probably 3 times as many.
You say you don't have a man cave down below somewhere for your sanctity?
Of course. None of the children are allowed in my prayer room or in my office, unless they're fetching me for something, which they often do. Oh, the official business. I didn't mean to interrupt. You must excuse me. I've had a few mugs of mulled wine today. It was a good day. Met many good dwarven souls who are looking for absolution. They are looking for leadership and guidance. They are looking for ways to contribute. Now, how may this humble servant of the Imperium contribute to your goals?
Inquisition will require hair or blood sample, just to make certain everything is going right with the elections.
I see. Well, I can't say this is the first time that I've been cut today. He takes off his glove and shows you his thumb.
Okay.
But to put your weary minds at ease, that this dwarf is no shapeshifter. I shall cut myself again unless you wish the honor. Of course, if you do it, I would have to ask you to pull your swings. We have all heard of how violent our resident inquisitor can get when he is angered. You're not carrying any hammers with you.
Several, actually.
Oh, I wish I was there to see a look on his face. May the gods, may he rest in the house of the gods. May he receive what is set for him and how he lived his life in prayer. It saddens me that those that go to the Morn and Salmon will not be able to enjoy the afterlife that us good faithful of the five-faced god are, but I suppose we will be in adjacent heavens now, won't we? Let us hope, let us pray for those that worship the old gods.
Aye.
There is a world, and we live in it, where the worshippers of the old gods and the new can live side by side. And he presses the dagger that he took from his belt into your hands and holds out his thumb.
Okay, well, a small vial of blood voluntarily given.
Okay, Thogrim, you notice that he takes note that Brennos is keeping it. He sucks on his thumb a little bit and puts on his gauntlet. I imagine it is sufficient.
More than sufficient.
That'll do.
Do you have any? That's official business over, by the way.
And what about you, great wizard?
Just accompanying my friends. I haven't spoken with you in a long, long time. I wanted to get more acquainted with you.
Smart! Whenever I've walked into horrible dens of the unknown, it is good to have a wizard at your back.
If this was a horrible den of unknown, I've seen more horrible there.
Well, I do have another guest. I hope he won't mind your presence.
If it's Dverak, then I'm assuming he'll be peachy keen.
We do have some time. It is 7:30. We have our family prayers at 9 before we bed down for the evening.
Okay, happy to.
We'll follow him. Yeah.
Okay.
Before Dverak shows up, do you have any concerns about any of the other candidates? Formal concerns.
Shape-changing concerns? Well,
Or anything else that would be untoward to the goals of the Imperium or dwarves themselves?
my main concern is that of the concern of the Dwarven people in general. Not enough of us have bent knee to the five-faced god. Once our people have done so, then another step of integration of our Dwarven people with those of the Imperium will be complete, and our salvation shall be realized. It likely will not happen in my lifetime, but I do believe wholeheartedly that it will happen. The time of the old gods was at its zenith long ago. They are in the swan song of their years. The rise of the new gods, chief amongst them, the five faces. But I fear that we have, it is rather late in the day for sermoning, and I have had several mugs of wine. Tell me, Brennos, Thorgrim, do the two of you have any children?
Nay.
Myself, no. Brennos, not that he knows of.
Then my most concern, then, for the Dwarven race is that, fine dwarves such as you, a great warrior and a great wizard, don't have any children to teach.
I have adopted one.
Oh,
That's true.
excellent. Yes, in effect, the servants and clan members of Wyvernfoot, many of their parents have named me godfather, and, well, in effect, I have adopted many.
The warrior, when you do what we have to do, you understand there's a lot of widows and orphans found along the way.
Ah, yes. Yes. It is a dangerous multiverse out there, and the Imperium stands against it. We forget that we dwarves were offered succor and sanctuary against the foul, tusk-mouthed orcs that would have eaten us all or enslaved us all. And yet, we cannot listen to the sermons of their gods. No, the dwarves, I think, hold on to their old ways too tightly. when they realize that they have a perfectly suitable and actually preferable option. We should not be viewed as apart from the Empire. We should be viewed as one. Two metals that bond together can make a stronger alloy. Is that not correct?
That's actually very accurate.
Dwarves don't
In
forget
the right
that that's-
proportions.
Yes. And he brings you into the parlor, and you can see here the person playing the piano is a human female. She's happily playing the piano, and there are kids running around. There's a few human children. There is one dwarf child, maybe about the age of 10. And there's a couple of mole children, which are dwarf human
Half
half-breeds.
dwarven, half, yeah.
That are between the age...
human half-breeds.
Dwarf human half-breeds, yeah.
Yep.
That are between the ages, I don't know, of like...
Are they sterile? I know in some lores they are.
Give me a knowledge nature.
Natorb.
Okay, this
Give me a
is-
null Natorb. I can auto-8 you.
Can I kill it and does it reproduce? Those are questions I can ask. Who is it? I don't know the answer.
20.
Identifying aspects of the creature, 25.
25? Okay, so, yeah, Brennos knows that the offspring of a dwarf and a human is called a mole. They can live perfectly long, happy lives, but they are sterile.
So the human,
It's a busy place.
yeah. Oh, the human.
Everyone, and like half the family members and people are not really paying attention. They're playing, and there's pets running around. It's this busy place.
Like a real whisper. I think he wants to get into politics for some peace and quiet.
Everyone,
see
may
that.
I introduce Inquisitor Brennos, and he says Inquisitor, people stop, and Archmage Thogrim.
Pleasure.
Brennos,
Oh,
Thogrim? It's been some time, says Lord Deverak. He's sitting in a seat off to the side, looking kind of awkward as this busyness is all around him.
Uncle
This beautiful woman in her late 30s or early 40s gets off the piano seat and comes over and shakes both your hand. Welcome to our home. This is Yala. Yala, this is Brennos and Thogrim.
Pleasure to meet you.
Fantastic music you are playing. Pleasure to meet you, ma'am.
You like the settler music, is what she says.
Oh, it's an art. It's a craft that you have. And seeing any craft as its peak is fantastic.
I typically prefer a more boomy piano. It might sound better out of an organ.
He's so pudgy.
No, the Mull lore goes back to Mull were introduced as a race in 2nd edition Advanced Dungeons and Dragons on Dark Sun, and that was their...
Dark Sun was not a happy world.
Not a happy world.
No.
Why don't you gentlemen retire to your parlor, Mongol? What an excellent idea. Maybe you could smoke your cigars there. All right, children, we're going to go play upstairs. She brings the children upstairs.
What do they have? Do they have like warriors' toys or like Brennos views human toys as like teddy bears and stuff? And
You
dwarf toys
do
will be
see
hammers.
stuffed toys. You can see like little wooden
The stuffed hammer.
swords and axes,
Yeah.
and shields.
Perfect.
There's also like I don't know if you ever met Dee Dee. No, there was like a painting and crafting area that has spread up onto the walls and onto the floor. That just seems to be this mess that you wouldn't expect inside of dwarven home, like chalk and paints, and she's definitely of the parenting of like you let your kids do whatever they want, but outside there's probably decorum.
Yeah.
A whirlwind inside a
tea kettle.
in a tea kettle, basically.
Yeah, I know what that's like. I feel for you. I'm gonna vote for Mongol.
All right, Wongol takes all of you to the back. Do we require interactions? I was going to say interrogations. Why don't I get another mug of wine for us, and you could catch up. He picked up on that you guys know each other.
Yeah.
Okay, well, he's out of the room.
No, Dvarak.
So,
Pleasure.
how you doing?
He looks at you like he's not enjoying his time here.
So,
Our guest is very at one with the Imperium.
I was like,
I
but
believe
he's
it was
likable.
best put by another with what they call it, diversity of viewpoint. They need one at least that'll, make them happy.
I was not aware that you were part of a clan that gets a vote, Sister Varric.
Say that to me?
Yep.
Oh, that reminds me. Fucking bleed in this vial.
He's got an edge to him for some reason.
Okay,
He doesn't like you guys for some reason.
I'm handing him a knife and a vial and telling him to bleed in it.
He bleeds in it. He chucks the knife down at your feet into the ground, into the wood.
Yeah. Am I missing something?
Did we fuck up somewhere?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. You should ask your lawyer.
What the fuck has he done now?
This can't be. Is this over a bunch of giants that we didn't kill, we just made friends with?
What?
No, it's something else. Switch on it quick.
You mean the thing that the Druid of Volcanica was gonna go do?
Yeah,
I don't know. I haven't heard the outcome.
Well, the outcome was to rescue the giants, got a prisoner for the Imperium, made a deal that, with for ongoing protection of the roods.
Huh.
Yeah.
Might have promised I was going to supply them with cannons, but we're not going to do that.
Whatever. So that's not it. What's good here is something wrong with silver,
There we go. Got a couple of mugs of wine. Mulled them myself.
Thank you.
It's spicy. The spices are weird.
It's got a very, sweetness to it.
The spices come from volcanic regions on the western side of the continent.
You have to visit that one day.
Do you ever feel that all the Imperial food gives you indigestion? We
dwarves have hardy stomachs, hardy constitutions. It comes in handy. Isn't that right, Lord Varric? Yes. Well, it's been an excellent visit. I look forward to spending more time with you, Mongol. Oh, yes, you too as well, Clegor.
We will also be making our leave. Apologies for disrupting your...
Oh, no, nonsense. We've got but an hour. There must have been something else that you came here for.
I think I've got all the tact of a Brennos. No, gonna need to be good. I'll drink. I will we'll Clegg will drink in a very dwarvish way.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll sleep good tonight. Clegor drinks a little bit and puts the rest of it down. You notice that he's leaving. Wongol, your hospitality is much appreciated. Yes, Deverak, we will speak many times, I assume, in the coming days. Your proposal is quite amenable. I'll have some barristers look it over, or as I expect. Very well, Lord Deverak. A good night to you, and know that the undying Emperor never sleeps. A comforting thought. Yes, it is.
Brennos is looking for where the idol of the Undying Emperor is in this room.
Oh, yeah, it's up in the corner, in the highest spot where the two...
His eyes are... I can see you.
He's not wondering if, wonder if Sonny can be seen by the Undying Emperor.
Ah!
Myth. Okay, Brennos is going to try to get out at a similar point in time because he's trying to get more confident. He's trying to use his barbarian speed to basically get to Deverak before he gets to his quarters.
Yeah, you're following Deverak. Oh, I see. Thogrim!
Always to catch up with Brennos here. Fantastic meeting your family. Love your little ones and have a great day, sir. Good luck with the prayers.
You're of Clan Banadin, aren't you? He says as you're 10 feet down the hall.
Yes? He's like, don't worry. He's like,
which are you using the weird thumb?
no, it's like, oh, yeah, no, the good thumb. We've got you.
I look forward to Earth's support.
I'm fairly certain you'll be catching it. You don't tell a man no in his house. No, but I think Thogrim actually likes him. Thogrim is like, I like
he's super likable.
I gotta like
It's
him.
like, what are you gonna say? He's a little, he's a little eccentric. That's fine.
I'm gonna speak with my uncle. I'm pretty certain you'll have a
Very good.
support.
Very good. And a good evening to you.
Good evening, sir.
Okay, the servant, I guess, leads you out.
My 20-foot move speed's not catching up to this barbarian.
Yeah.
Where's the exit?
Clegor is about to get into his wagon. Brennos, you kind of stride down. The guys with the guns like, ah! Calm down.
Okay, well, is the wagon empty? As in,
Yeah,
does he have a guard in the wagon currently?
it doesn't look like it, no.
Okay, well, we're gonna kind of push him into the wagon and hop in and close the door.
Okay.
So, if I was gonna ask my lawyer about something, what should I be asking in a way that wouldn't get somebody else in trouble?
That I don't take kindly to threats for all that I've done for you and your band.
Those threats didn't come from us.
Just let me know when I catch up.
All right.
I assume it's troubled waters, but I'll poke around.
Whether you're bluffing or not. Don't worry, I'll keep a keen eye out for forgeries.
Fancy Pants doesn't like to lose. The problem is you don't know what the game is.
Right? Ain't no washed-up professor pissant human is gonna come here and tell me what to do.
You moved too fast for me, Brennos. So, what's the situation here?
And when I'm on the council, he's not gonna have a great time.
Huh? What?
Brennos will open the door. Open.
It's just dummy legs.
Uh,
Alright, so what's the problem?
if you could drop us off by the Ember Sunders on the way back, you know.
Making your rounds, I see.
Well, all official.
I've got no problems with that, and no beef with either of you. If you could put your fancy pants professor into his place, I suggest you do it quickly. His days are numbered.
Alright.
There's nothing to
So,
Complaints have
I'll-
already been lodged with the League of Guilds, and they've been made aware of his conduct.
fascinating.
I don't care how many Imperial judges he finds. He wows with his courtroom antics.
So, care to be a bit more specific so I understand what to say to Barnabus?
Barnabus
Instead of-
convinced me at any time he could write forged documents that would undermine me, my property, and get whatever he wants.
Oh. I see.
All it would take is for us to drag his scrawny ass before a proper inquisitor with truth-telling spells. After a good beating and a whipping, of course.
Oh, let's not be too hasty now.
So here's the thing. Does Barnabas deserve a good beating and a whipping? Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Could he do this? Yes. Could he say this? Yes.
Now, I have no idea what you're talking about with the giants. No one has ever reported in with what the Druid of Volcanica managed to do.
Form a treaty with them.
You realize he's kind of a crazy old man, so sometimes, does weird things. But
This is not the. We need to renegotiate with them. But they are under control. They're going to protect the roads.
I've already paid you for your task.
It's been completed.
Yes, you found the mines, yes. But he even threatened that. You realize that he threatened all 5 of the clans when he threatened me?
Bar association. How does that work?
The clans all have historical claims to one of the great 5 clans.
The clans have claim to the mine.
Yes?
Yes. All right.
Yes, I know there was some difficulty with Slake's clan, as does happen when all clan members die.
not all of them died. Just a lot.
But his behavior is less than copper, less than tin. It's coal. And well, there's a lot of sharpened adamantine if he wants to play that game.
Well, I understand if you're a change of heart or what, but
He hasn't done anything aside from threat. Maybe he just barks, but I didn't like it. I requested him specifically.
Well, I think we need to speak with Barnabus and understand exactly what has transpired. Those claims are quite, serious. They're not far-fetched, let's just say that.
well, hey, just hold on a second. I don't know if as far as I know, he's looking to Dverek. There's no formal complaint, eh?
There have been warnings set to the League of Guilds. We have not made this public, although a few of my friends have been advised of the situation.
Right, so we can we could or could not talk to Barnabus about, goings on, if they're not going on now. Like, Brennos is obviously dancing around a topic. He's not very good at lying.
What's the topic?
Well, he doesn't want to make things worse. As in, if you tell anyone I'm going to do bad things to you when you're sleeping, and then we go, hey, Barnabus, you told me blah, 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 blah. And then Barnabus is going to show up and yank out this guy's toenails while he's sleeping.
Yep. Dvark seems very frustrated at this, and it might be that his will was worn down by the craziness at the Wyvernfoot estate.
Yeah.
Go there for a quick chat, ends up being inundated by the busyness of like a half dwarf, half human extended family.
Yes, human children running, screaming.
I don't even.
Music that's all bad.
Yep.
They're singing along out of key to the music that's no good. They're singing the bottle of beer on the wall or something. Hey. Well. Try to avoid one-on-one meetings with them. Till we get this sorted.
You haven't seen me around, have you? My mood's been that of slag iron.
Well, if you're gonna get elected, you're gonna need to,
Be much
be aware
nicer.
to people.
They're aware of my accomplishments. The fact that I orchestrated the reopening of those mines, or will this spring.
So what are your thoughts on the Ember? On the Ember Sunder?
She won't be first, but she won't be last.
Paid you too.
Is that an official question, Brennos?
Nah, I think it's just a bastard question.
It's an unofficial question, but
Setting up and running a mine, which is effectively like a triple size army, does take money.
Which of the 5 clans are the Sunders, descendant of?
It's not secret knowledge, but it's knowledge that you'd have to work at to get.
Sorry.
He might be making fun of you a little bit. Give me a second.
That's fine. I might have asked them, I might have done one of those stupid things where they're like, who was the first president of the United States? And somebody goes, Michael Jackson. They're like, yeah.
The original clans that founded the city and the Lost Mines are Anvil, Ember, Iron, Stone, and Gray.
So it'd be Ember.
Yeah.
So Ember.
Good for you, lad. Good for you.
They didn't teach me too much grammar when I was on the streets. All right, so
Excuse my outburst. You're good dwarves. Talk to your bard and make sure that he makes no moves. The investors in the mines don't want any problems, especially with mercenaries that we hired.
I think we have we got another retainer from the prince or something or other, something like that, as well. Just so you knew.
Yeah, that's a meeting that needs to happen where you guys all take a vote and sign on the final.
Oh, we haven't signed that yet.
Yeah, no.
It's just been okay. Do I know anything about that?
Yeah, you do because there was
okay.
an initial meeting about it. Yeah.
All right. So, but Brennos thinks we've already done it. Like,
Yeah.
He's just like, oh.
Basically, in principle, you've agreed to the.
Yeah.
And it was the Imperial Administrator.
It was the Imperial Administrator. Yes. All right. So, what about Karen? Everybody's telling me that, I'm not going to sick you on the Karen, that kind of crap.
The curtains and the foolishness. I'm surprised the whole clan hasn't been strung up by Imperial Inquisitors by now.
There's only so foolish a dwarf can be.
He looks at you like you don't know. Fine. They want the return of a dwarvish king.
Ooh.
They're monarchists.
Ooh.
At least that's what several of her relatives were already hung for. Whether her politics differ or not, Drabella's never going to make the council. Sure, she'll get a few votes from a few angry clans that hate the Imperium. She's basically there to remind us that there's always a choice. Or at least to make us think that there's always a choice. And then we get to go home feeling better about ourselves.
There's always a choice. Every day you choose. Sometimes the choice is between shit and less shit, but there is always a choice.
The way they want to do it, they'd see the whole city burn so that we could have a king for an hour.
Well, it's one vote, they need 5. Even if they made the council.
I'm telling you right now, they're not making the council.
What are your thoughts on Riff?
There's a low growl from the sword. He's a war hero from a war that half of us don't even remember. Humans especially. Where is he? What's he done? Nothing. At least as of late.
Unsung heroes.
Sure, we have need of warriors. Lots of warriors have died in the last couple of years. We'll give him a honorary position in some platoon somewhere. An honor guard if he's too old.
Oh, I'm pretty certain he's young at heart right now.
You train some young warriors or something. He'll get a few votes. Those clans will feel good about themselves and will go on.
Devlin is alright with taking on the mantle of Speaker of Clans.
Tarnish Silver. To replace him as a guard? At least I'll have someone who could tell me what the rules are. I suppose.
He's a good choice.
A good choice.
The best that I can see so far.
Defrin was chafing slightly under the pursuit of minerals and ores and secrets underneath the ground. His paladin teachings, this will...
Getting frostbite and dragon hoods.
That too.
Well,
You think that having common foes and making you all rich would have earned a little bit of respect?
I have full respect for Devlin.
For Defrin and for yours truly.
No, I haven't seen anything.
As far as I know, you've done right by us, and we've done right by you. It's the first day I heard otherwise.
Same.
Good. I look forward to Clan Vanadin's support.
Although I do have a question about the inn that got destroyed. Where did that end up in the tabulation?
Not wanting to piss oil on the fire, I was convinced by one of my investors to absorb the cost.
Oh, Sonny's work, by the way. Right under the bus.
There were some demon things found at the scene.
Yes, it was a vicious attack.
We're all very glad that all of you survived the attack. He's lying. He wouldn't have shed a tear if something bad happened to Barnabus during that attack.
How long before we go to see the Bargles?
Whenever you guys want. You guys.
I think we should go.
We're gonna go visit the council.
So
or the candidates.
Brennos has a thought. And this is one of those, like, not harmonious D&D team. So are you aware of the Bargles?
The what?
The Bargles.
Oh, what's a bargle?
Yeah. Bargles,
They're
a bunch of doppelgangers. Yeah. They took over.
Take the faces of wizards and thugs.
Yeah, I heard there are wizards amongst the doppelgangers. It's a tough job that you got there. Weeding them out. Wizards are bad enough. Doppelgangers and wizards? Ha!
What very few people knew is that one of the wizards they were able to duplicate had fancy pants.
Well, one of the doppelgangers looked like Barnabus.
If you're gonna try to sell me the crock of shit that a doppelganger threatened me and Barnabas didn't.
No.
No, I'm fairly certain that was Barnabas.
Alright, what you saying?
Well, is Barnabas interested in going to, like, was he on the list to adventure to the, or is he busy writing his thesis or whatever?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Okay, that's fine. Well, there's this smoky tower. The smoke tower with wizards in it in the south. That's where the Bargles come from.
Talar.
Sounds right.
A retired sage lives in the
Fucking doppelganger.
the smoking tower Talar. His name is Falrinth.
I highly suspect he's been taken by doppelgangers, as that's where they are, what do you call it? Congregating, multiplying. It's the source of them.
Huh.
At least the special ones. Anyways, we'll be going there in a relatively short while to clear it out.
Alright.
It'll be a few days before we go. Gotta make sure the elections go smooth.
Should I send a warning to my friend Falrinth?
Is he a friend?
He looks after the tower there. He's he's like a custodian, but like on a small scale. I've gone to him before, when I was looking for someone who was knowledgeable and young enough to go on the adventure to find the Valley of the Lost Mines. He was much too old, but he pointed me in the right direction.
The brothers. Stoneseekers.
Stoneseeker brothers, and then also hiring Barnabus. There was through some of my connections in Foundry, they spoke about some upheaval there, and some down on his luck professor.
You know that thing, humans are so fickle. They, like, produce their own outcome. Dwarves are born to an outcome. Humans make their own. He's only down on his luck because he's always down on his luck. Because every day is rain. Bathed in money or drunk or whatever the fuck, it's just rain all the time. Dwarves, you're just born in rain. Your life is rain, born there. Just the way it is. Anywho,
Okay.
interesting rumors.
You realize with your high sense motives, you guys have really high sense motives, right?
Brennos does.
You realize that he wasn't telling the entire story about how he found out about Barnabus. Like
Yep.
he was kind of hand wavy at that. I had connections, and they said there was this guy, you know.
Yeah, that's fine. He's allowed to have secrets. Now,
He told you a partial
for now.
a partial truth there.
but partial truth. That's fine. So we're gonna leave that, and if he comes up with any ideas on what he wants to do with potentially getting himself a fake Barnabas, he could think about that however he wants with his schemy little brain. And we'll continue on our.
You saw evil thoughts cross his mind, but he pushed them away. You don't think he has the chops for
capacity.
that level of, like, it's out of his wheelhouse, and he's probably wise enough to know that he would just end up getting burned.
Yeah.
Plus, you're an inquisitor hunting doppelgangers.
Yeah.
To even suggest that, yeah, he's not sure what you're up to.
That's fine. It's fine. At a minimum, he can throw shit at the Barnabas, going, "There's a fake one."
He seems to keep on going back to, like, don't think doppelganger is now a defense.
Yeah. But doppelganger is not a defense. It's not a defense for Barnabas.
Yep, that's what he thinks you're getting at.
No, that's not it. That's fine. Okay.
In fact, the more that you give me one last sense motive, both of you can aid each other, I guess, because you talk directly after hopping out of the wagon.
Yep.
Or the carriage.
I will take your
Sense
aid.
motive. You have a plus 15, you auto aid.
Okay, I have a plus 30.
Auto aid.
37.
$37.
39.
Clagar's
That's with the two.
brushed off a bunch of things to the point where you think that he's now more of a spokesperson or an organizer for a group of investors.
Yeah, he kept referring to
Which
investors
he's
a bunch of
always
times.
been. He's always been.
Yeah, but
The
you
face of the-
you think though, like, somebody threatened him and then he went and talked to his investors? Like, you think
Yeah.
this is, he's got strings. Let's just say it that way.
Yep. All right.
And then you guys get dropped off. It's like 9 o'clock at night outside of the Ember Sunder residence.
Bing bong.
The place is lit up like Christmas in the backyard. And you can see that
This
there's...
is so offensive to dwarves. We all have dark vision. What are you doing? It's so bright. Why would you do this? Our race doesn't need this. What are you doing? It's like,
It's funny.
you know, the really super thick, you know, like the really pasty skin where you have like that super thick zinc based like sunscreen.
Yep.
It's like, why you don't even need that. Why are you putting that up for?
All right, there are servants. If it matters, human servants dressed in fine livery that come out to the carriage. They open it up. Good evening, sirs. What is your business here at the Ember Sunder residence?
Official business. Need to speak with Hilda Ember Sunder in private, please.
Madame Ember Sunder is currently entertaining private guests.
Inquisition.
I am certain she has a few minutes to speak with an inquisitor.
If it is possible to return at a
I am certain she has a few minutes to speak with an Inquisitor.
Yes, I understand that. You said that already. This guy's a little shifty. It's going to take a little bit more than just repeating yourself with him.
Yeah. Inquisitor Inquisitor Brennos, is this an assault on the Inquisition?
No. That's going 0 to 1,000. We're gonna eye him up and down. We're gonna sense his motives.
Is there a particular warrant or official document?
This town is under Article 36?
13.
13. Article 13. No warrants needed.
Yes.
I assume she's got a few.
And you are acting Lieutenant Inquisitor Brennos. And you are?
Smith Thogrim.
Smith Thorgrim. The mage.
Are you on the guest list?
No.
He might be. Let's double check. Does he have a physical list?
Yeah, he goes to it's like a doorway, and there's a little, like, station, and he has a clipboard, and he's, could you check for a Thogrim? G-R-I-M or G-R-A-M?
So, Article 13. I'd like to take a look at that for a second. He hands it to Thogrim to write his name on.
So you take it from his size.
Then he hands it back.
All of your actions will go into my nightly report, just as a courtesy from one servant to another, he says. This guy's clearly from the Imperial City. They're just...
Perfect. Excellent.
A servant with, like, noble's clothing. The embroidery on his vest and the gold and the silver buttons and this big starburst pattern.
Oh, he gives me the urge to walk through the muddy part of the garden before coming in the house. No.
All right, they give me an your intimidate check is what?
Plus 35 before trying.
Okay. This guy is sort of running ahead of you.
Okay.
Leading you towards that. You do see that the Ember Sunder residence, kind of down a few halls, it's like they're still in the process of unpacking, but they've kind of put these little privacy curtains across certain hallways, but you could see like boxes and crates, and it's like noble moving day hasn't completed quite yet. And you can see some servants taking a break, taking a drink of something while they were unpacking like big crates and things. Oh, what's going on here? What's going on here?
No way.
Hey, you're muted.
Yeah, I've only got like an hour, maybe an hour and a half.
So, we just bumped into Tverak, who was all pissy for some reason, and we didn't know why.
Dr. Barnabus, he fuck himself.
So the adventure tonight, Mark, has been they found out the list of people that are like candidates for the.
I've seen some of it.
Okay, yeah, and they're just going around town talking to people.
Brennos is collecting. Brennos is inquisiting all of them. I want samples from each one.
All right, on the list, you saw Savard was in attendance. That Trubella is here, and just somebody named Bram, and they left his last name off. Okay,
so since I've already seen the list, I think we're going to basically look for all of them at the.
Okay.
Now that we suspect they're here.
The servant runs through the back area. He says, "Could you please wait here for a moment?" And he beelines it towards.
Absolutely, we wait. Just follow him right in.
We'll wait.
A dwarvish woman sitting on sort of like one of those comfy swing chairs. You notice that there are some servants with peacock feather fans that are fanning it. For some reason, it's summer weather in her backyard. The trees are all lit up.
That's rich.
There are trees that are all lit up with these glowing orbs and little fireflies everywhere. In the center, there's a gigantic gold sundial with the like almost like a sun face on it, and the stars are out in this backyard where you guys haven't seen the stars in weeks.
Mm-hmm.
It's like this little pocket of summer. A fabulously dressed dwarven woman
Spell magic right
looks like she has the ear of Bram Ironfell, who's sitting beside her and kind of talking. Her manservant comes up and whispers into her ear, and she looks up and she smiles this perfect toothed smile, like just this beam, like a Cheshire cat. Despite her stocky size, she nimbly kind of swings out of the swing and clips across the stones. You can see Svard, and Svard is
Acrobat dwarfs from The Hobbit.
my friends, she says, and everyone stops what they're doing. There was just polite chatter, and there was some like nice little harp music in the background. My friends, I want everyone to remain calm. We have a very fine and important guest here tonight. Two, in fact, saviors of our city. She has to have the servant actually tell her what your name is.
Yeah.
Acting Lieutenant Inquisitor Brennos of Overlook and Thogrim the Mage. And there's some like, oh, and like polite clapping.
Okay.
Commander Bram Ironfell is like eyeing you guys up, but he does stand up and go over and start talking to some other guests, but he's keeping his back away from you guys. Svard puffs his chest out when Brennos' name was said.
Brennos will throw him a wave.
Yep. To what do I owe the pleasure of meeting our resident Inquisitor? You must be very busy.
Actually, you keep good company. It will make my
Eyes are strange. They're like violet. It is a very odd color for dwarvish eyes.
knowledge nature.
She's a drow dwarf.
Is she a normal dwarf?
A drow.
That sounds mean for some reason.
It sounds more like dwarf barf somehow. I
know, it's just wrong. Two, it's just weird eyes. Just
weird eyes. It could be magic. She's probably bathed in magic.
This woman's Hollywood. She's 90% illusion.
And transmutation, let's be honest here.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
You want to knowledge nature?
It is so unfortunate that this poor city requires the services of inquisitors.
Hey, it's
I hope that there are no problems here at my estate.
We hope not. Would you mind having a little privacy, or it's up to you whether you want to do this here? He's pointing to his thumb.
Oh, yes, I hear that people have been performing this barbaric ritual.
Hair also will suffice as long as I can see it was attached to the scalp before removal. The blood is profound.
Sure. I do have a scroll you could use to get to the bottom of it.
Just blinks and stares back.
But a hair if you prefer. Everyone, the Inquisitor Brennos is collecting a hair from each of our heads. If you please. She fishes out a hair.
Hey, Brennos verifies that it's actually attached to her scalp.
Okay, some servants are really... You're pretty sure a guy in the back pulled a wand and pointed at you when your hand is touching her.
Brendan gives him a look.
Thogrim's flipping something in his
He
hand.
loses one hand.
Yeah, give me a sense motive, Brennos and Thogrim.
Okay. 40.
This goes much higher than just very alert guards. This goes down to devotion that borders on religious devotion.
Charmed.
No, not